Narragansett Blue Jays made a 3-hour weather delay wait last night worth it in the state amateur semifinals, defeating defending champion Canova 5-0 a little after 1 a.m. 15 hours later, they were back at Cadwell Park, hoping to get the most important win of all in the State B championship game against an Alexandria squad looking for their third title in 4 years. Bottom two, Tyson Gow was doing his thing, and that was dominating. The strikeout to end the frame. We are scoreless. Moving into the fourth, Alexandria threatening, but Derek Fisher equal to the task. One of his 7 strikeouts as we remain scoreless into the 5th inning. And finally, we get a breakthrough from the pitcher. Gow with a grounder. Just eats up the second baseman, allows the first run to score. Alexandria leads 1-0. Stays that way until the 9th inning. Cole Winandi drives one into left field. That's going to be caught. However, it's good enough to bring home the second run on the sac fly to make it 2-0. And then the home half of the 9th, tying run is at the plate. Gow finishes in style. His 9th strikeout and a dog pile because for the 4th time since 2013, Alexandria, they have been here a lot. They win the state title again, and this veteran group gets back on top after being eliminated in the quarterfinals a year ago.
I think the expectations were high last year, higher than they were this year, and frankly, I think people wrote us off at the beginning of the year. We started 1-5, and so going from people having a lower expectation and coming out on top is what made it special.
Now in the State A Championship, Yankton seeking their first title since 2003, while the Sioux Falls Brewers looking for their first ever championship in their 4th title game appearance. Brewers get to work in the 1st inning. Jose Martinez with a sac fly to score James Borges, and the Brewers took a 2-0 lead through 2. Yankton actually down 5-0 in the 3rd when they start to put together a rally. Mason Townsend hits them where the infielders ain't, and the first run's on the board for the Tappers. They weren't done yet, though. Nick Davis, who had a terrific tournament, also homered in this game. Here he'll play to pair with a single as it was 5-3 after 3. Brewers weren't going to let up, though, with their powerful lineup in the 4th inning. T.J. Miller bounces one through the hole. Ian Strum coming home just gets underneath the tag as the Brewers take a 10-7 lead in the last of the 9th inning, and they get the clincher on a pop-out. Back to the pitcher for the first time. The Sioux Falls Brewers are the State A champions. After several years of being the bridesmaids, they are happy to be on top.
A lot of years of hard work and an emotional win. These guys they're all like family, and they work their tails off. A lot of years of runner-up.
Congrats to everybody out in Mitchell, and congrats on the city of Mitchell for hosting a great event. The Minnesota Vikings' first preseason game was picture perfect last week, especially on first-team offense after their impressive opening drive touchdown. That's something the home fans would like to see plenty of this year, starting tonight in their second exhibition game against Seattle. First quarter, would like to see this a lot, too. Kirk Cousins, 34 yards to Adam Thielen. Beautiful catch. Sets up a short field goal, which, as Blair Walsh taught us, is not an easy thing against Seattle. Vikings lead 3-0 after 1. And second quarter, they're down 10-3 when, look at Mike Boone, 45 yards on the catch. The Cincy product in his second year also ran for 66 yards. That sets up Sean Mannion to Irv Smith Jr., the rookie tight end, his first touchdown. Granted, it's not going to really count because it's exhibition. We're tied at 10 at the half, and in the third quarter, the Vikings would take the lead for good. Kyle Sloter, nice pass on the run to Brandon Zylstra, the one-time Augustana Viking, went up to Concordia Moorhead, and he's doing some good work there as the Vikings end up getting their second win of the preseason, 25-19. Minnesota Twins trying to finish off a 4-game sweep of Texas in their final game ever at the old ballpark at Arlington, or whatever the heck it's called now. Long story short, Texas getting an indoor stadium next year, and nothing short about that swing by Marwin Gonzalez. 2-run double in the first. Minnesota leads 2-0. In the 6th inning, Twins lead down to 3-2. Drive into shallow right field, and look at Jake Cave laying out to make a fantastic grab and help preserve that lead. However, in the 7th inning, the new trade acquisition, Sam Dyson, they got him from San Francisco, and you kind of have to wonder if he ever actually got here from San Francisco with pitches like that. Shin-Soo Choo tying the game up at 3 in the 7th inning with a monster solo home run. However, in the 8th inning with the bases loaded, that's why Jorge Polanco was an all-star. He cleans them off with a 3-run triple, and Minnesota finishes the sweep 6-3. They are still 2.5 ahead of Cleveland, and they'll open up a 6-game homestand with the first of 3 against the White Sox tomorrow. The Canaries opening a 6-game homestand with the first of 3 against Cleveland on the second Bark in the Park night. Bottom first, been a frustrating year for the Birds. Kevin Taylor strikes out. He's a little upset with some earlier strike calls. And yeah, the umpire is going to toss him. He's not happy about it, and he's not the only one who was doing a little barking. Bottom of the second, Birds trailing 3-0. Clint Coulter changes that with one swing. A gigantic 2-run homer, his 16th of the year. And the Canaries pulled within 3-2. And like this dog, the Birds have a laser focus. The dog wants the food. The Canaries want to tie the game. And Graham Lowe obliges. He belts one the other way, goes off the wall. RBI double makes it 3-3. And the Canaries kept on chewing up the Cleburne pitching with the next batter, Brett Vertigan up. He'll line one the other way. That has Lowe coming around third, trying to score the go-ahead run. But he is out by plenty. And the Canaries, well, it never really got better from here. They went on to lose by a final of 16-6. The loss clinches their 9th consecutive losing season. Don't really have anything good to say. Let's just look at all the pretty dogs, because really, dogs make everything seem better, even when you've had 9 straight losing seasons. Great night out of the birdcage for the Pooches, not so much the home team. Well, as the state amateur baseball tournament concludes, the eyes of Mitchell start to turn toward football season, with Dakota Wesleyan looking to bounce back from a rare down year. The Tigers open the season a week from Thursday night in Madison at Dakota State, looking to end a 3-game losing streak against the arch rivals from Madison. Last year's 27-18 loss to the Trojans at Joe Quinnell Field was the first of 6 in a winless home season on their way to a 2-9 campaign, the program's first losing year in nearly a decade. Though they'll have several explosive skill players like this guy, Luke Loudenberg, and Spencer Negebauer back, the Tigers will be pretty young at every other spot, which doesn't necessarily bother head coach Ross Simple as much as you might think, since he doesn't want his team to be intimidated by their tough GPAC schedule or memories of last season.
Sometimes being young, it's an advantage for you. You don't know what you don't know, and if we don't tell, obviously every game in this league is a game that you got to be ready for. But some of our guys don't even know where Morningside College is. That's fine with me. That's great. I won't tell them until we get there.
And we will have plenty more on the Tigers, as well as all of our area college and prep teams, on Tuesday night in our annual Gridiron Preview show, with features and analysis to get you ready for 2019 kickoff. That's Tuesday night right here on KDLT at 6:30, and we will be right back in one moment.